only love. Give me shelter or show me heart. Come on, love. Come on, love. Watch me fall apart. Watch me fall apart.
Just a little right.
Darling, you with me, always around me. Only love, darling, I feel you under my body. Only love, give me shelter or show me heart. Come on, love, watch me fall apart, watch me fall apart.
And you're going to say, what are you going to say?
Silly sausages.
Silly sausages.
You with me, always around me. Only love, darling, I feel you under my body. Only love, will give me shelter, will show me heart. Come on, love, watch me fall apart, watch me fall apart. Watch me fall apart, watch me fall apart. Watch me fall apart.
That's perfect. Darling, you're with me forever and always. Give me shelter or show me heart. And watch me fall apart, watch me fall apart.
That's what
May I ask, who gives Tanya's hand in marriage?
I do.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please take your seats? Lee and Tanya have chosen today as their wedding day, a celebration of their commitment now and for their future together. Marriage is a confirmation of the love, respect and friendship that they have for each other. The vows they will exchange will unite them as husband and wife, with words that are a pledge of their love and a promise of lifelong dedication. Ladies and gentlemen, they have asked all of you here today to witness their promises to each other and to share with them their happiness and hopes for their future. Before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. So Lee, do you, Lee David Tuck, freely consent to be joined in marriage to Tanya Claire Taverner?
Yes.
Tanya? Do you, Tanya Claire Taverner, freely consent to be joined in marriage to Lee David Tuck?
Yes.
I shall now ask each of you in turn to declare that to the best of your knowledge and belief that there is no lawful reason why you should not be married to each other. So Lee, if you repeat after me,
Yep.
please. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Lee David Tuck,
why I, Lee David Tuck,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Tanya Claire Taverner.
to Tanya Claire Taverner.
And your turn to repeat after me.
Yes, I taught them.
Soon. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly
I do
declare
solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Tanya Claire Taverner,
why I, Tanya Claire Taverner,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Lee David Tuck.
to Lee David Tuck.
Lee and Tanya have chosen to exchange rings, an ancient and traditional way of sealing the marriage vows. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle symbolising everlasting love and is the outward sign of the lifelong promises that are being made to each other. So Nick, if you'd like to set up all of the rings, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Sold it. Try to.
Okay, so if you turn your face, put the ring on the third finger on your left hand, all the way on. And keep holding your hand. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our love and marriage.
as a symbol of our love and marriage.
I promise to love and cherish you,
I promise to love and cherish you,
comfort and care for you,
comfort and care for you,
honour and protect you
honour and protect you
throughout our lives together.
throughout our lives together.
And this is my commitment to you.
And this is my commitment to you.
Okay. Nick, thank you.
That's what you're shaking for.
Third finger on his left hand, all the way on.
You're sweating out.
I'm sweaty.
Okay, keep holding his hand. Repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our love and marriage.
as a symbol of our love and marriage.
I promise to love and cherish
I
you,
promise to love and cherish you,
comfort and care for you,
comfort and care for you,
honour and protect you
honour and protect you
throughout our lives together.
throughout our lives together.
And this is my commitment to you.
And this is my commitment to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lee and Tanya will now make a binding contract of marriage to each other. So if you are able to, please stand to support them in this.
She's like that. Shaking like a man.
Okay, so turn face each other, hold hands. You're going to repeat after me, and Lee, you're going first. Okay?
Yep.
So Lee, I call upon these persons here present,
I call upon these persons here present,
to witness that I, Lee David Tuck,
to witness that I, Lee David Tuck,
do take thee, Tanya Claire Taverner,
do take thee, Tanya Claire Taverner,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Okay, Tanya, your turn. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Tanya Claire Taverner,
to witness that I, Tanya Claire Taverner,
do take thee, Lee David Tuck,
do take thee, Lee David Tuck,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
Lee and Tanya, this is the start of a new chapter in your lives together. We hope that the feeling of love that you have for each other will deepen and grow stronger throughout the years to come. You have declared your commitment in the presence of your witnesses and have made solemn and binding promises. You have symbolised your marriage by the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of a ring. It is with great pleasure, therefore, that I declare you are legally joined together as husband and wife. Congratulations.
Love you so much.
I know you're the one I dream of. Looks into my eyes, take me to the clouds above. Oh, I lose control, can't seem to get enough. When I wake from dreaming, tell me, is it really love? How will I know if you really love me? I say a prayer with every heartbeat. I fall in love whenever we meet. I'm asking you what you know about these things. How will I know if you're thinking of me? I try to fall, but I'm too shy, can't speak. Falling in love is all bittersweet. This love is strong, why do I feel weak? Oh, wake me, I'm shaking. Wish I had you near me now.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you.
I'm afraid you're a fire. I'm the dark in need of light. When we touch, you inspire. Feel the change in me tonight. So take me up, take me higher. There's a world now
Firstly, I'd like to thank you all for coming to this beautiful venue here today. Everything looks fantastic. Not as good as Tanya and Lee. I think today is about having pride. And my pride comes in my daughter. My pride is today of Lee taking on my daughter, and providing for her very, very, very well. I think we can all agree on that. He's a great husband now. He's got two beautiful grandchildren. I'm very, very proud to be, for him to be my son. I'm proud of Tanya as well. We've had stages where we've not been together. There's been quite a gap. But the time we have spent together has been quality. Tanya's not had it easy for some years, and she's a fighter. And for that, I'm very, very proud because she is a fighter. She still keeps going on and on. Okay, yeah. I'm just proud to be here. I didn't think at one time I was going to be here, so that's a big thing for me to be here today. I'm also proud of Dave for being here today as well. I know he's struggled. And I'd just like to wish you all the best with your treatment. Okay. Thank you. That's genuine. I'm just really, really proud. I can't keep saying that enough. And the one thing that I think any parent wants from either a daughter or a son is for somebody to take care of your daughter and son. And I can't emphasise it enough. Lee is perfect. Lee is absolutely perfect. Well, yeah, in a fashion that is. In a fashion. But on my behalf, I'd like to thank Lee. Kisses. I've also got a little speech because, well, that was my introduction. I've also got a little speech because obviously it's a Saturday and Lee would normally be playing golf. So he's gutted. So I've tried to work something around the, where's my ring man gone? Oh, there we go. So this is just a little speech I've prepared. So my dad used to talk to me in layman's terms by using football, getting me to spell footballers' names and clubs, and using football in mathematics, saying, if you had 11 footballers on a football pitch and took 5 away, what would you have? I said, well, you'd have a match abandoned, we'd all have to go home. So mathematics wasn't my best subject. So this is how I interpret Lee and Tanya's life so far in golfing layman's terms. I don't like golf. The opening is when Tanya met Lee. Lee said, I met Tanya at the clubhouse. Which Tanya said, yes, Gala bingo, Bestwood, it was a full house. Lee thought, there's a good looking birdie. And I thought, what an albatross. Lee plucked up courage and asked Tanya out, saying, fancy a ride in my buggy? And going for a bag of chips and a slice of cake. Tanya said, no, it's 2 for 1 at Gold Bingo Wednesday night. I thought I was swapping. So after a few rounds, he decided to hop up. Then waited to start his own business, and Tanya became a teaching assistant. They moved into their new clubhouse and decided to draw and steer a plan. They bought a dog leg called Harley. They both got teed off with each other at times and faded at times. With words being exchanged as cock wrist, duck pup, floater, plum block and niblick. These all go off in terms, so you'll know when it's quiet. After a while, they got a grip. And the swing of things. And they hit the sweet spot. Lee decided to become a golfer, saying, "One day I will wear a green jacket." Tanya said, "I would love to have been a red coat at Bucklands." Lee said, "I am the Masters." Tanya said, "What a flop shot." We are both on par, and behind every great golfer is a great caddy. Keep it so. I lost my hand now. I lost my hand. Sorry. She gave Tanya some free private golfing lessons and got a hole-in-one. A few months later, Glenn, the eagle, dropped a pink golf ball called Hannah into the clubhouse. After buying and selling golf shops, Lee and Tanya went for a double bogey, and Glenn the eagle dropped another pink golf ball into the clubhouse called Jessica. The lie was good, the trajectory was good. Lee checked his scorecard.
Kyle, do the little ones, one each.
The lie was good, the trajectory was good. Lee checked his scorecard and said to Tanya, "Would you like to take the path to the flagpole at St Andrews?" Tanya said, "That's ace, but it's taken you a long time to ask me, you lobshot." Their life has brought us here today. They have a fair way to go in life. There will be bunkers and they will get into the rough at times. But with hopes and dreams, they will get perfect flat straight greens and love each other forever. Thank you. Just one last thing. Could all the guys that went to Vegas stand up? All the guys that went to Vegas, they went to the casinos. They went to the casinos and decided to all chip in and buy you a new dishwasher for your wedding. Thank you very much, thank you. Also, one last thing to Tanya and Lee. Thank you, thank you. Lee? Right then. Can we get to the walls?
Oh God, he's making himself ill.
Everybody, Richard, thanks for the kind words, good wishes.
Thank you.
Did you offer me any advice?
No, you didn't. Oh, in fact, no.
So, I thought I'd offer you some advice.
Okay.
My advice to you would be, before sending picture messages, always double check who you're sending them to.
You're correct.
We've had a bit of an incident in the past where Tanya's received something that maybe she shouldn't have done. And all I'm going to say is meat pie.
I've got to stay off the Jaeger bomb.
I actually wanted to have the last say up here today, but I'm not. So it looks like this marriage has already started. Get that said. So anyway, on behalf of my wife and I, would like to start off with a big thank you to everyone who made it here today. We're delighted and honoured to have you here. Thank you for all the well wishes, support and gifts. A special thank you to those who travelled afar, like Great Uncle David and Agnes from Canada. Susan and Salvatore from last but not least, my auntie Vin and Uncle Pete, who have travelled so far, miles from Essex. To obviously the groomsmen, Billy, Cameron, and my best men, Wayne and Nick. I've known Wayne intensely for a few years now, and I've known Nick since I was a child. For those who don't know Wayne, he has trouble reading about letters, so I took the liberty of printing off his speech today. And for those who don't know Nick, he just has trouble reading full. Joking aside, I've known Wayne for about 5 years, from when he first built my house extension, and since then we've become close friends and business partners. He's one of the most unselfish, hard-working people I've ever met in my life. I love him to bits. I've also known Nick for as long as I can remember. When I was a young kid, he used to beat me up quite often. But as we got older, he became one of them friends where you could always depend on him in like times of need, and I love him to bits as well. So thank you for being there for me, not only now, but obviously in the past. To the bridesmaids, I would name them all, but there's hundreds. You look stunning today, you've done a great job in delivering Tanya to me in special occasion. And also thank you to those who have helped us over the last couple of days. You know who you are. I'd like to say a special thank you to Christy, who's our matron of honour. He's been there with Tanya every step of the way, from dealing with invites, doing the hen do's and dress fittings, things like that. So we appreciate everything you've done for us. Thank you very much. I'd like to say a final thank you to Rachel, if she's in here or not. No? Never mind. Is she there?
No, wedding coordinator.
Wedding coordinator, no, not here, never mind. I'll speak to you later. That's fine. My last thing to say actually is, I actually wrote this speech a couple of weeks ago. But since then, last Saturday happened. For those who didn't see what happened on Facebook, my house was basically taken over by quite a few 20 and 30-year-old drunken lads acting half the rage, and I was one of them. Lots of silly things happened, and as a result, I've got whiplash, which I've had all week, but it's not too bad now, which is good. But on behalf of all of us that were there, we would like to point all the blame to one person who's sitting here today. Don't stop. All on camera, he was spiking all of our drinks, kept giving us shots. So after quite a few of them, you end up doing silly things, don't you?
Yeah, by the way, I'd like vouchers for John Lewis, Top Shop, just in case anybody else has worn my underwear.
So the reason why I mention that is, number one, is to say sorry for any kind of embarrassment we caused. And two, it also made me realise what a great bunch of friends I've actually got. It was the best night in I've ever had. So in a way, you're all my best men. Apart from Matthew Bucklehurst. You can have words later. That's kind of the end of the thanks for me. I've got some presents to give out later, but I'll do them when we finish the speeches. So if I pass you on to Wayne and Nick, who are not nervous at all.
thank you all for coming. Lee was right, yeah, I don't read, so can I borrow yours? Thank you all for coming to Vegas. It was a great trip, and you all made it special. I've known Lee and Tanya for a long time. I've known Tanya before Lee. Hey, Rachel, remember in the woods? Remember the rubber? Well, I've known them both for a long time, and I can honestly say that out of everybody I know, they're the two most humble people I've ever met. You know, throughout the time they've been together, the first thing I can ever remember when Lee did Impero, I sent an email to you asking to buy 22,000 copies, and Tanya replied at the time when it started off for 1p. So throughout the whole lot of Impero, Tanya was by Lee's side when Lee never slept. For days and weeks, no, Lee never slept, and I think afterwards me and Daniel avoided him through it. So I give a toast to Tanya to put up with Lee's temper and his marday. It's took us a long way to do it. So I give you the thing. And another thing I'm going to give you, I've had to carry one around for 30 odd years, Tan. So I think you need to start off for you to help. Well, Lee does have his mardies and his tempers. Tanya, you missed a bit. There's one more. When he spits it out, you can put it back in. But yeah, thank you all for coming. And it suits him. Yeah.
You did it. Well done.
Yeah. I'll pass you on to Wayne now before I pass out myself. Thank you very much.
Right, so I've got my speech. Thank you for coming. Today, this special. Right, good afternoon, guys. I'd just like to introduce myself. For those who don't know me, my name's Wayne. Those who do know me, my name's Wayne. Oh, yeah. I thought I might have got something different. I'd like to start by thanking everybody coming here today to share what's been a truly special occasion, witnessing Tanya and Lee becoming Mr. and Mrs. Tuck. I think everybody would agree the bridesmaids look absolutely fantastic today. I think not everybody realises how much goes in behind the scenes at weddings. And looking at Lee, there's been a lot of effort gone in there, I'd say, maybe. Also, what an amazing place you've actually chosen for your venue. I mean, I don't think you could have picked a better place for all this anyway. Yeah? Yeah? Very good. Right, not forgetting Tanya, who looks absolutely stunning today, as always. I must say, Tanya, you're the best thing that's ever happened to Lee. You're a loving, caring mum to Jessica and Anna, and you always do them. You know, you're always their first priority. They're your first priority, and you also them as well. Also, you do them, and Lee very proud, even though he don't tell you himself, which he should tell you more. I like you, you dedicate your life to your girls, your brother, your sisters, and not forgetting your mum. Your home and you are what keep your family strong, and you seem to hold it all together. Yeah. It's been lovely watching your dad walking down the aisle today. It must have been a very, very special time for him. Well done, Richard. Thanks. Well done, mate. Well done, really good. Yeah. It's been an honour for me to be chosen best man today, alongside Nick. As I know these guys in this room have known Lee a lot longer than I have. So, you know, it's been a really good honour for me. I've known Lee about 4.5, 5 years. He asked me to do an extension for him, and ever since then we've been really great friends. As you all know, Lee is absolutely mad about his golf. He actually got us all playing golf on a Sunday morning, which we all enjoyed. We used to play for a little trophy, which used to cause a lot of problems at times, but we actually got past it. It's all blown over because I used to win the trophy every week anyway. Yeah, but sometimes I had to let these win to make them feel better about themselves. Lee's really passionate about his golf, and he's actually got his name printed on his balls. No, I do mean his golf balls, but knowing Lee, who bloody knows. So when he's at the golf club and he's playing with his balls, he knows which are his balls anyway. But when he's playing with Matt and Lindsay, they play with their own balls. But sometimes they play with each other's balls, so I don't know whether to go to a golf club or it's a gay club. But believe it or not, marriage is a lot like golf. It costs a lot of money, it takes years to master, and it's very important to get a good partner. Right? It's a long game, and although sometimes it can get boring, listen to you, Lee, it's very important you see it through to the end. Right? And most important of all is remember, when you're playing with Tanya, remember to game for the right hole. Because you don't want... Hold on, guys, you don't want to end up in the bunker, mate. That's all I'm saying. Which brings me to the next bit. Lee absolutely loves his family, Jessica, Anna and Tanya. But sometimes I think he loves himself even more. Serious. And the reason why I say this, he actually sends me naked pictures of himself. And there must be guys in here who's had them naked pictures as well. Yeah, hands up, we've got them. We've all got them. Yeah? It's true. Yeah. No, but he does. He sends me naked pictures, like I say to you all guys. And, the pictures he sends me, he sent me one when he was doing his training, he got his abs, like a bit of a washboard, more of a washout to me. You know what I mean? He thought he looked good, I didn't think so. And then he sent me a picture of him standing on his back garden, absolutely naked, with a road cone ironing his bits. Now, I'm not talking AK construction road cone, I'm talking Tonka toy. And Tanya will vouch for this. It's, come on, Tanya, it's there.
Wait, it fills 2 grams, that's all I'm saying.
It fills 2 grams, yeah. But the one that makes me, reminds me of it most of all, is the one when he was in his kitchen, on his worktop, planking. Dave, I said planking. Planking. You know what I mean? But what I want to know is really, obviously Lee's got all these naked pictures of himself. Who's behind the camera? Is it Tanya? Is it Lindsay? Or is it Matt? Who knows? It ain't me. It isn't me. So if he's quite happy to take pictures, obviously nothing seems to faze him. Which brings me to a skydive that Lee actually bought for me for a Christmas present. Now imagine this, if anybody in this room has got a problem with constipation, do a skydive. It's an instant relief, trust me. Where are we? Yeah. Then afterwards, after I actually jumped out this plane, it lands on the floor, and Lee says, that was boring. Now only Lee could say that was boring, jumping from 13,000 feet, travelling towards the ground at 120 miles an hour, which is the equivalent to 200 feet a second, boring. Right, with a big burly guy strapped to your back who likes rubbing with your legs and stuff like that, So I don't know what it is that Tanya's got to keep him excited, but whatever it is, Tanya, share it with us.
Mate.
Right? And the only thing I can say to Lee is, if he finds that boring, to make it more exciting, if you want to do a skydive again, throw the parachute out and jump after it, mate. It's not a problem, because we all know you're well insured. But then again, when I think about it, he's the only guy I know who cancelled his life insurance 2 days before the parachute jump. What are you doing? You know what I mean? But I must say, hand on heart, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He's kind, he's generous, and he'll do anything for anybody as long as it's got something to do with himself or golf. Right? He actually paid for all the stag boys to go to Vegas, which was absolutely amazing. I've never seen so many lights on in one place at one time, apart from when Lee and Tanya's out the house and Sal's in on her own. Unbelievable. It's like Blackpool illuminations. Your electric bill must be massive now. Honestly. I must say, Vegas is a place everybody must go, right? I remember the first day of getting to Vegas, all the guys had to share rooms. In my room, there was Lee, Lindsay and Nick. The scary part about it was, there's only 2 beds.
It was scary. You enjoyed it, you did. Yeah, only what you've seen.
Right, I actually shared the bed with Lee. Now I remember one night in particular, when me and Lee was in bed, and Lee said to me, can I ask you a serious question, mate? So I'm thinking to myself, like, what's this serious question? So obviously, I do what a lot of women do. You seem to get your hands out the covers and seem to push the covers down when you don't want out to do with anybody at that night. So I said, yes, mate, you can ask me any question you want. So he said, do you think I'm doing the right thing? So I said to him, if you mean being in a spoon's position with me, mate, no. if you mean marrying Tanya, 100%. I'd like to tell you all the things that happened in Vegas, but I'm not sure I'd get out here alive, so what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. But I must say, the guys who went to Vegas, and I will say to all the women who guys went, nothing happened. No, seriously, nothing happened. So if you ever question your guys when you got home, nothing happened. But then again, I went to bed about 10:30, so what happened after that, I don't know. But I'd like to say before I finish, I'd like to toast the happy couple, Richard and Dee. What? I mean, don't they look amazing? Don't they look amazing? Oh, can we have a bit of a cuddle and a kiss, Rich? Come on. Come on. And obviously, because you didn't give Lee any advice, I want to give you a bit of advice, mate.
Me?
You didn't give him much advice, did you?
Okay.
How can you give him advice and not take it anyway? But I'd like to give him a bit of advice, yeah, from me. And probably to, I don't know, 99% of guys in this room. Well, I've been with my wife 26 years, and I wouldn't swap her for anything in this world. No, it's true. A good wife is very special, very precious. She's like a little rose, yeah? You need to feed it, you need to water it, you need to take good care of it. Because if you don't, it'll wither and die. What I'm trying to say is, behind every great man, there's an even greater woman. And without that greater woman, the man becomes nothing. So cherish what you've got, and never let it wither and die. Yeah? And on that note, I'd like everybody to raise a glass. So Lee and Tanya, the new Mr. and Mrs. Tuck, may have a long and prosperous life. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Tuck.
Oh, there's just one other thing. There's just one other thing before I finish. I've got you a little present from me and my family. Or two little presents. In a short while, but I think some of the lads, the Vegas guys, have got you a little bit of something as well. So if they want to bring theirs up, they can do that as well.
Do you know what they are?
Empty boxes.
Open them now. Got to open them now. No, you've got to open them now. No. Got to open them now.
Not just a toaster.
Lee said to me maybe about a month ago, I said to him, Lee, on your invitations, you haven't put anything like you want any vouchers or any money or anything. And the first thing he said to me, oh, nobody gets me a bleeding toaster. So, obviously, I spoke to the guys from Vegas. We all got our heads together. This has been going on for a few weeks now, texting, bling, 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 bling. And, you know, we come up with this idea just to actually do his head in, which it probably will be. I don't want them all on my drive in the morning. Yeah, every time.
When I was obviously stood waiting for my wife today, Tanya, I had no idea of like what kind of emotion that I would like have when I saw her and my girls coming down the aisle. But seeing them made me realise how lucky I really am to have such beautiful people in my life, not just inside but outside and just everything. It's not just obviously Tanya McGill, my family, Tanya's family. Everyone's great. You look stunning today, Tanya, which is no surprise anyway. And I love you and our girls, Infinity, wherever they are. Where are they gone? Hannah.
They've left you.
Hannah. Don't we love Mummy, Infinity, don't we? Yeah? We love
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's it. You've given me two beautiful girls. They're funny, energetic, intelligent, independent, and I wouldn't change them for the world. I was going to say they're also mardy, stubborn, difficult.
Who do they take after?
Just like me, but I won't continue.
Especially when Jessica's hungry.
I know,
Where
yeah,
is she?
I know. Sit down. I first met Tanya about 15 years ago, in summer of 2001. Our first date consisted of going out for something to eat and then going to a place called Smiling Sam's, which was like a games arcade. The only thing I can remember about our first date was how nervous Tanya was and how big her boobs looked in that leopard print top. Meeting the family, obviously I was welcomed in straight away. Denise and the children, who are now all grown up and 20-somethings, let me straight into the family and were very welcoming. I used to spend a lot of hours talking to Tanya's stepdad Dave at the time, who's sadly no longer with us. Denise is a great mum and mama, as my girls say, who will do absolutely anything for her children and grandchildren. I love you to bits, Denise.
Love you too.
I'm not just saying that because I'm now married to Tanya.
Love you too.
It's the truth. Well, for a week or two anyway. And when I saw Richard today walking down the aisle, he looked so proud with Tanya, which was great to see actually. I hope he is as happy with me being his son-in-law as I am with him being my father-in-law.
You're welcome, mate.
I just want to reassure you that I love Tanya to bits.
I know you do.
And I'll always be there for her.
You won't be here otherwise.
I'll make her happy. All right. I can't let today go without mentioning my mum and dad. Obviously, when I sold the shares of my business a couple of years ago, the first thing I thought about when I was signing was how could I ever repay them back? And the truth is that I will never be able to do that. You've done so much for me, and mum and dad have always been there, not only for me but Samantha and Rachel as well. They're all supportive, loving, and provided an environment that allowed me to thrive. Mum was always a soft one, wasn't you, Mum?
Still got silver spoon?
Yeah, we knew we could get away with anything until we heard the words, "Wait till your dad gets home." And when we used to hear the car pull up, we used to run upstairs, straight into the bathroom or the toilet at the time. And I've spent so many times in that toilet with the door locked, my dad banging the door saying, "If you don't open it, I'm going to bang it down." And he never did, which was good. Mum, you look stunning as always, and Dad, I'm proud of you for the courage, bravery and hard work you put in towards your recovery of late. I just hope it continues. I love you both more than you'll ever know, and we'll support and care for you for as long as we're together. And to finish off, I'd like to say, can you stand up, Tanya? No. I don't normally talk about stuff like this or affection, but I'll do it as a one-off. So, anyway, this is like a bit of a promise between me to Tanya. So, yeah. So today, our marriage is my way of saying to you that I will walk with you hand in hand wherever our lives take us, with our girls, together, forever. I love you always.
And this is a cover of 6 Words by Rich 32. Let's go. I can't sing, but I wrote you a song, yeah. Wrong notes, but the melody's so clear. Now I'm lost, I'm still close to gold. I found my treasure in you. Now that's priceless spending. So let me count my blessings. 1 life, 2 children, 3 times, 4 dreaming, 5 senses, 6 words. I found my treasure in you. I found my treasure in you. Now Now that's priceless spending. So let me count my blessings. Bronze, silver, gold, nourish you. 'Cause I found my treasure in you. Nothing less than that will do. 'Cause I found my treasure in you. I can't sing but I wrote you a song, yeah. Wrong notes but the melody's so clear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I'm lost, I'm still close to gold. 'Cause I found my treasure in you. Now that's priceless spending. So let me count my blessings. One life, 2 children, 3 times, 4 dreaming, 5 senses, 6 words. I found my treasure in you. I found my treasure in you. Now that's priceless spending. So let me count my blessings. Hey. Bronze, silver, gold, now it's you. Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause I found my treasure in you. Nothing less than I will do. 'Cause I found my treasure in you. 'Cause that is what you are. Honey, you're my golden star. You know you can make my wish come true. If you let me treasure you. I can't sing but I wrote you a song, yeah.
That I will walk with you, hand in hand, wherever our lives take us, with our girls, yeah, together, forever. I love you always.
Lee and Tanya have chosen to exchange rings, an ancient and traditional way of sealing the marriage vows. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle symbolising everlasting love and is the outward sign of the lifelong promises that are being made to each other. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our love and marriage.
as a symbol of our love and marriage.
I promise to love and cherish you,
I promise to love and cherish you,
comfort and care for you,
comfort and care for you,
honour and protect you
Honour and protect you
throughout our lives together.
throughout our lives together.
And this is my commitment to you.
And this is my commitment to you.